lose a loved one, it's not easy for anybody. Grieving is different for a lot of people. For me personally, in my experience, I dealt with a lot of anger. I dealt with a lot of regret, wishing that I could turn back the hands of time and done a couple of things differently. My story for me dates back to 2018. Now, as I said in a previous video, my aunt and uncle raised me, those who were my mother and father figure. So in this video, when I refer to my dad, just know that I'm referring to my uncle, because I saw him as a father figure in my life. In 2018, he had a brain aneurysm, and he was in the hospital for about 2 weeks and then eventually passed on. After he had passed, when we first got the news and he was in the hospital, I remember crying for the first time in like years. Crying, expressing my feelings was something that I wasn't used to doing. I never really did because growing up, I never saw that in front of me. I never thought of it being okay to cry or just express your feelings. So I just kind of like held everything in, which isn't healthy. Now I know that. But now for me personally, I feel like the anger that came from his passing, for me, I felt like I was angry with people. The reason for that was I felt like whenever I expressed how I felt about his passing, and just, when I expressed to people that I was grieving, I kind of felt like I got a lot of lack of empathy from people, which kind of surprised me, because his passing was really the first passing of a loved one that really had hit me, because obviously he was a person that had a lot to do with my life, had really big impact on my life. And the regret that I felt, there was one thing that I regretted. And if you have people in your life that you want in your life, that you like cherish and everything, your mom, sisters, friends, people who you consider family, tell them you love them, because I had no idea that doing that simple thing for me, of course, I used to tell my dad I love him all the time. After he passed, I felt like I haven't told him that lately. And that's the one thing that had regret.